Okay guys, so goblet carries. It's a fantastic exercise for overloading your core muscles and improving your overall posture. So you want to start with your feet hip to shoulder width apart in an athletic position. This involves an extended thoracic spine, abs nice and tight, shoulders back and head looking straight forward. You want to hold a weight at your chest and position it a couple of inches out in front of you. Now, in terms of what weight to select, I would recommend starting on a lighter end with this one, simply because when people tend to lift a weight that is too heavy for them, they end up compensating through their lower back and actually leaning backwards slightly. The whole point of this exercise is to position a weight out in front of you and allow your abs to control and resist the desire for your spine to kind of flex over. So err on the side of the lighter end and then progress from there. So keeping the weight in line with your sternum, position it so it is 2 to 3 inches away from your chest, keep your abs nice and tight and simply walk forward. Focus on keeping your feet pointing straight ahead, your shoulders back and your head looking straight ahead. Okay guys, so the side plank. Two different variations of this, one easy and one slightly harder. I would recommend to focus on quality over quantity within any movement, but particularly within this exercise as well, as we're looking at developing core stability around a neutral spine. So if you do need to use the easier alternative to start with, I would strongly recommend doing so. So you want to start by lying on your side with your elbow positioned directly underneath your shoulder. Bend both knees at 90 degrees and create a slight bit of hip flexion, so the knees should be slightly in front of the hip joint. From here, you want to lever your hips off the ground, supporting yourself with your knees and your elbow. Get your hips as high as you can whilst keeping both shoulders square on with one another so that there isn't any excess rotation of the torso. And just hold this position for the desired amount of time. As you can see, the progression would be to straighten the legs out and this time support yourself with your feet and your elbow. Again, holding a solid neutral spine position throughout the course of the movement. A few compensations that we tend to see here, particularly when it comes to torso position, is that people will turn their body over slightly without keeping their chest perpendicular to the ground, and this is just in a bid to try and turn it essentially into a normal plank with your body facing towards the floor. So really focus on getting your chest perpendicular to the ground. Hold the position for the desired amount of time, and again, make sure you're focusing on keeping your hips high throughout the course of the movement.